Hello, Golden State Warriors fan! We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The NBA offseason never disappoints, and just when you think things are settling down, a new rumor stirs the pot and sends shockwaves through the league. The latest buzz lighting up the basketball world involves none other than the Golden State Warriors, yes. Those same Warriors looking to redefine their dynasty and to massive names that few saw coming. Devin Booker and Bam Adebayo. According to sources close to the situation, talks have reportedly started brewing behind the scenes, with Golden State quietly exploring ways to land both stars in what would be one of the most stunning double acquisitions in recent memory. It's the kind of blockbuster move that feels straight out of a video game. Yet whispers around league insiders suggest there might be more to this than just fantasy. The motivation: reignite the flame of championship glory while Steph Curry still commands the floor. The idea of pairing Curry with Booker's lethal scoring and Adebayo's defensive anchor has fans and analysts spinning theories faster than a fast break. Could the Warriors really pull this off? And more importantly, what would it cost? That's where things start to get really interesting. First, let's talk about Devin Booker. The 27-year-old shooting guard has blossomed into one of the NBA's premier scorers, capable of dropping 40 on any given night with surgical precision. He's the kind of offensive weapon that doesn't just fit into a system, he becomes the system. Booker has long been the face of the Phoenix Suns, a franchise that's seen its fair share of turmoil, glory, and roster shuffling over the past few seasons. Yet with the Suns falling short in the playoffs again and murmurs of unrest behind closed doors, it's not hard to imagine a scenario where Booker might be open to a fresh chapter. Sources indicate that Booker has grown increasingly frustrated with the team's direction, particularly after the Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal experiment yielded underwhelming results. Could he be quietly open to a move that not only reinvigorates his career, but places him alongside one of the greatest point guards in NBA history? The Warriors seem to think so. While there's been no formal trade request, insiders claim conversations have been taking place at the executive level, with Warriors GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. reportedly pushing for a bold move that shocks the league. On the other end of this potential power duo is Bam Adebayo, the heartbeat of the Miami Heat defense, and an all-star big man whose skill set might be tailor-made for Golden State style. Adebayo is more than just a rim protector, he's a high IQ player who can switch on pick and rolls, guard multiple positions, and facilitate offense from the top of the key. In a system that thrives on ball movement, court vision, and defensive versatility, Bam could be the perfect Draymond Green successor or partner if the Warriors choose to keep their veteran core intact. Miami, for its part, is in a bit of a bind. After multiple deep playoff runs that fell just short of the ultimate goal, they're staring at a crossroads with aging contracts and a need to retool. League chatter suggests Pat Riley isn't thrilled about moving Adebayo, but if the right package were on the table, including young talent and draft picks, it's not out of the question. Add to that Bam's rumored interest in expanding his offensive role, and suddenly the fit with Golden State begins to make more sense than many might think at first glance. Now, let's talk logistics, because acquiring even one of these stars would take a massive package, too. That's an entirely different beast. The Warriors would have to get creative, aggressive, and probably uncomfortable to pull this off. Names like Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and even Andrew Wiggins are being floated as potential trade pieces, along with a treasure chest of future draft picks. There's also the possibility of involving a third team to help balance salaries and provide the right assets to satisfy both Phoenix and Miami. Some insiders even suggest the Warriors might be willing to part with Draymond Green if it meant securing Adebayo, though that would be a hard pill to swallow for the franchise and its fan base. Still, if the end game is one final championship push, bold sacrifices may be required. The front office has reportedly held internal discussions about how to structure such a deal, and while no formal offer has been made, the groundwork is being quietly laid. It's a chess game, not checkers, and Golden State seems ready to go all in for the right prize. Of course, none of this happens without Steph Curry's blessing, and sources say he's not just aware of the rumors, he's intrigued. Curry has made it clear in recent interviews that he's not interested in a rebuild. He wants to compete, and he wants to win now. Pairing him with Booker would give Golden State arguably the deadliest backcourt in NBA history, combining elite shooting, ball handling, and scoring instincts. Add Adebayo into the mix and suddenly you have a trio that balances firepower with defense, youth with experience, and finesse with grit. Steph has reportedly had informal conversations with both Booker and Bam in the past. And while nothing official has been communicated, the mutual respect is there. In fact, Booker and Curry share a similar mindset when it comes to preparation and mentality, something that could help them gel quickly. The idea of teaming up under Steve Kerr's leadership in a championship culture is said to appeal to both players. As wild as it sounds, if Curry is pushing for this behind the scenes, the Warriors front office will do everything in their power to make it happen. There's also the financial angle to consider. The Warriors have never been shy about spending, and with the league's new luxury tax implications, this would be a massive financial undertaking. Booker is under contract for $50 million plus annually, and Bam isn't far behind. Adding both would push Golden State into uncharted territory in terms of payroll and luxury penalties. But owner Joe Lacob has stated repeatedly that he's willing to pay for a contender. And if there's one thing the Warriors brass understands, it's the ROI of winning. Championships pay for themselves in merchandise, ticket sales, and brand prestige, and with Chase Center continuing to print money, Golden State may see this as an investment rather than a burden. The front office would need to make some cap gymnastics work, possibly by shedding contracts and stretching deals, but sources indicate preliminary financial modeling has already taken place. It's risky, it's bold, and it's expensive, but it's not impossible, and for a team that prides itself on being ahead of the curve, this kind of seismic play is exactly what might keep the dynasty alive. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Phoenix, meanwhile, is staying quiet but not completely silent. Reports out of Arizona suggest that while Booker hasn't made any demands, there is an internal understanding that the Suns need to rethink their strategy after flaming out in the playoffs and facing an aging roster with limited flexibility. The front office may have no choice but to consider drastic moves. Trading Booker would be painful, but it could also net a haul that resets their future. Kuminga, Moody, picks, and cap space could be a tempting start to a new chapter. There's even speculation that Phoenix could reroute some of those assets in a separate move to bring in a younger star or two who better fit their timeline. And with Kevin Durant not getting any younger, the Suns may be inching toward a stealth rebuild whether they like it or not. The Booker rumors are being downplayed publicly, but league insiders say Phoenix's lines are open and they're listening, especially if the offer comes from a team with proven championship pedigree. And right now, nobody represents that better than the Golden State Warriors. The Miami side of this equation is a bit trickier. Bam is a Heat culture cornerstone, beloved by coaches and fans alike. But with Jimmy Butler aging and the team stuck in no man's land, changes might be inevitable. The Heat have reportedly been sniffing around younger players and draft capital. And while moving Adebayo would be painful, it could be a necessary evil. Golden State's player development track record makes them an ideal trade partner, especially if they're willing to part with Kuminga, who many believe has star potential. There's also the possibility of including Kevin Looney or other role players in the mix to balance things out. One idea floating among insiders is a three-way deal where Miami sends Bam to Golden State, receives a young core in return, and Phoenix walks away with multiple picks and win-now pieces. It's all speculation for now, but where there's smoke, there's often fire. And if the Heat believe their championship window is closing, they might just decide to blow it open again with or without Bam Adebayo anchoring the middle. For Warriors fans, this rumor is nothing short of exhilarating after a season of ups and downs where the team never quite found its rhythm. The thought of reloading with Booker and Bam feels like a dream come true. Imagine the possibilities: Booker coming off screens, Curry pulling defenders into chaos, and Bam controlling the paint on both ends. Steve Kerr's offensive playbook would explode with options. And defensively, the Warriors could switch nearly everything. It would be a brand new version of strength in numbers, powered by all-stars instead of role players. The fan base, hungry for another deep playoff run, is buzzing with excitement and nervous energy. Because while the rewards are sky-high, the risk is just as real. Giving up promising young players and draft flexibility could backfire if things don't click. But for a team that's built its identity on boldness and innovation, this might be the kind of all-in move that defines the next chapter of the dynasty. Could Booker and Bam be the answer to Curry's final run at glory? That's the question everyone's asking right now. As with any rumor this big, it's important to take things with a grain of salt. Front offices explore countless scenarios during the off-season, and many never see the light of day. But the consistency of this buzz from multiple sources across different cities makes it hard to ignore. There's a sense that something is brewing in the Bay Area, something bigger than just tweaks around the edges. The Warriors, who once changed the game with small ball and outside shooting, may be preparing to change it again with a new super team anchored by two-way stars. Will it happen? Can it happen? And if it does, what kind of NBA ripple effect will follow? One thing's for certain, the league is watching, executives are listening, players are texting, and fans are refreshing their feeds every hour hoping for that Woy bomb to drop. It's still just a rumor for now, but in the NBA, rumors have a funny way of becoming reality overnight. Keep your eyes on Golden State. This story is just getting started. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.